Class, in this video, I'm going to go over our first assignment, which is technology in the mathematics classroom. For this assignment, what you're going to be doing is creating a digital slide presentation. So this could be a Google slideshow or a PowerPoint slide or a Prezi. And for this presentation, your audience is going to be this a staff development session for elementary school teachers, and you're going to be presenting how to use technology in the mathematics classroom. So keep the audience in mind as you're creating your presentation. All right, so let's talk about what's going to be included in your presentation. So first, always start with an introduction slide before jumping into your content. Thinking about your audience, you want to kind of introduce that, technology can be used in the mathematics classroom in some way to enhance their instruction. Then you're going to present three different technologies that can be used in the mathematics classroom to enhance instruction. And this can be anything. It can be anything from hardware, like let's grab a Chromebook and let's talk about why Chromebooks are great for the mathematics classroom, or a tablet, or any type of hardware technology. It could be apps or computer programs or websites. Just try to vary your choices. Don't do three different of the same kind of app or something like that. Try to get a little creative on that. So you'll choose three of those technologies, and you're going to give me a detailed description on each technology. So you're going to tell me, how does it work? So give me a detail of how students interact with it or how the teacher interacts with it. You're going to want to include what grade levels it's appropriate for. So would this work in kindergarten and in eighth grade? This is often a skipped area by students, so don't forget to tell me that. Then you're going to go into the benefits of this technology. So when you go into the benefits, don't forget to include these direct connections to how is it fostering student engagement, how is it helping them with communication, and how is it helping them with confidence. I should see those three words in your writing. Last, for each of the technologies, you're going to tell me a classroom example of how you would use this technology. So you can explain how the teacher would implement in their classroom so they can get an idea of how they can go bring it into their own room. So explain how the teachers and students would interact with it for a specific math lesson. This is one area that I find the students don't often understand or have a misconception about is this specific math lesson. So give me an example of a math lesson. For example, today the students are regrouping with it, doing addition with regrouping, and tell me how you could use this technology with that content. Then, after you talk about the three technologies very detailed, make sure that you then bring in one assistive technology to support the communication and the learning of students who have communication disabilities. Now, this week in one of your DQs, you're going to be talking about a talking calculator for students who have communication disabilities. I'd like you to try to choose a different assistive technology rather than that talking calculator because we already discussed it in the discussion question. Now, when we think about assistive technologies, there's a lot of them out there that we don't even think about that are available for our students. For example, there's text to speech or where the text gets read to you. Those are ones that are embedded into a lot of the programs that we don't even think about. So you could do a quick search on, communication disabilities and assistive technologies, and I'm sure you'll come up with a lot of ideas there. Finally, you're going to want to make sure that you have a title slide and presenter notes and a reference side. When you're choosing your PowerPoint, get creative, use one of the themes or find a theme online, make it kind of exciting and visually appealing. But what I find one of the biggest problems with some of students is that they don't realize or they don't understand that we have speaker notes available on our PowerPoint slides. So let me show you where those speaker notes are found and how you utilize them. So if this was my slideshow, You can see down here at the bottom, there's this notes button. If I click that, it opens notes right here. And so if you haven't used speaker notes before, this is for you. So when I write my PowerPoint, you should include bullet points or key ideas right on the slide, but include your longer text here. This is also where you might include those citations. Um, so we do need to have a reference slide this time around. So you're going to want to have some in-text citations for where those references are included. So down on your speaker notes, those are a requirement of the assignment. So make sure that you use those speaker and those presentation notes for explaining exactly what you would be saying to that staff and supporting it with that research throughout. Now, as always, I recommend that you read the rubric when you're doing your assignments. Students who read the rubric are um, much more successful on their assignments and score higher. So your rubric is right here in the assignment. And you'll see the categories. We have technologies to enhance instruction. So this one is you're giving me some creative and some choice variation when you're choosing the technologies. Your description of technologies. Let's see, you're looking at how the technology works. You're telling me where it's developmentally appropriate and it's well crafted in your description. Then you have the benefits of your technology. You are giving me the benefits and you're explaining exactly how it fosters that student engagement, communication, and confidence. And you're comprehensive with that. The next one is your classroom example. So your classroom example is demonstrating best practices for students, and it professionally describes how the teachers and students would interact with the technology for a specific math lesson. Next is that assistive technology. So for the rubric on that, let's see, a target says technology provided skillfully supports the communication and learning of students with communication disabilities. And the final areas are more about the presentation and mechanics. So for presentation, you want to make sure that it's clearly written, your ideas progress and relate to each other, you have a clear sense of that audience, and then you include comprehensive information from reliable sources. Next area is layout. This one's really important. So when we're thinking about our layout, you want to have headings to label what we're talking about and subheadings as important. Use that white space. So if you have a slide that is full of a lot of white space, increase that font size, add in visual aids, make it really visually appealing for staff. Staff meetings sometimes are hard after teaching all day. So you want to think about how can I engage my audience. You might even engage them with asking a question on the slide or getting some feedback to think about how we can make this a back and forth professional development session. So the last areas are going to be your mechanics and making sure that you do that, and then your APA. So anything on your reference page should have either an in-text citation, whether it's direct or an indirect quote. So if it's on your reference page, remember, we have to have it cited somewhere in the body of the work. So that is the rubric for this assignment. If you have any questions as you are working on your slideshow presentation, don't hesitate to reach out.